कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकि कोकिलम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः। जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रास ध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः परमव्योमभास्करः।
श्रीमते निगमान्त महादेशिकाय नमः। Rarely do brand names that become the compendium of quintessential knowledge get attached to our memories. One such name that all of us, rather being very optimistic, I would say most of us have traveled with and bequeathed the knowledge of is Amar Chitra Katha. Well, and at the storehouse of arts and architecture in the outskirts of the Rajdhani of Karnataka called Bangalore. This place is an amalgamation of such ancient Indic arts. It is called Omtara Kala Kutira. It is the brainchild of the person who was the brainchild of yet another series called Amar Chitra Katha. His name is G.K. Anantarama Iyengar. In this Omtara Kala Kutira, we are now here to witness the marvelous Yuddha Kandam of Srimad Ramayana. If you remember, Hanuman, the son of Anjana Devi, Anjaneya, after having carried the message of Rama to Sita, who was housed in Lanka, gave her the signet, the insignia, the Anguliyaka Pradhanam, obtained the Chodani, and got the message that Sita is awaiting Rama's arrival while Rama was housed in Bharatadesham. As said many times, Vedanta Deshika, the polyglot and the polymath of the 13th century, cites this in his allegorical play Sankalpa Suryodayam. Darpodagra dashendriyana namaraha naktaccharadishtite dehesmin pavasindhunam parivate deenam vashamasthitaha adhyatve hanuvatsamena guruna prakyapitarthah puman lanka ruddha videha rajatanayan yayena lalapyate. As this brings the essence of Sundarakandam in this one beautiful verse, he came back to Bharatadesham and informed Rama of Sita's absolute safety. At the same time, he told Rama that she is eagerly awaiting his arrival. The verse goes like this: Ityuktva priti hrishtango ramastam parishasvaje hanumantam kritatmanam Kritakaryamupagatam. The one who had completed the work that was assigned to him. Well, Hanuman did come and tell Rama, who was in the Kishkinda Pradesham. As told many times, Kishkinda stands for the current Bellary district, where we have the Vijayanagara Samrajyam, its ruins in a place called Pampa, which became Pampi, which became Hampi. So in the Hampi Jilla is where the ancient Kishkindha Rajyam was. Well, Rama was told, Rama was tormented by grief. That is when Sugriva, the newly found good friend of Rama, Kundusholvan Madan, says Kandam, the one who has the aspect of being the son of the sun. Kundru Shorvan. Kundru means mountain in the Tamil language. We believe in Sanatana Dharma that the sun's rays travels and circumambulates around the Parvatam called Meru. So, these rays of the sun that go around the Meru, hence the sun is referred to as the one whose rays travel around the Meru. Kundru Shorvan. Who is his aspected son? That is Sugriva. Kundru Shorvan Maganan. So, this Sugriva was the newly found friend of Rama. He comes and consoles Rama. Rama, do not be grieved. Like how I was separated from my wife Rama, and with your intervention and your goodwill, I had the opportunity to go back with her. Same should happen with your wife. He says, Kim tvaya tapyate veera yathanyaha prakritasthata maivam bhutyaja santapam kritaghna iva sauhridam. Like a common man. Here Sugriva tells Rama, if it is any other normal person, Rama, and he cries over the loss of his wife, it is understandable. Rama, you are the repository of all auspicious attributes. Should you be lamenting? Should you be crying? The verse says, Maivam bhostyaja santapam kritaghna iva sauhridam. Why should you be lamenting? Tyaja, abandon this worry, he says. Moreover, there is a beautiful verse which Sugriva says, you have trusted a Vanara. You have trusted Sugriva, who is a Vanara. Be rest assured, Rama, when Vanaras are trusted, given a certain responsibility, they shall dispense it to the fullest. They shall be sincere and justful, he says. Vanareshu samasaktam nate karyam vipatsyate achira drakshase sitam tirtva sagaramakshayam. Tirtva sagaramakshayam. Surely you shall be able to cross the waters and reach Lanka and rescue Sita from the clutches of the tyrant Rakshasa king called as Ravana. As he does say this, we are reminded of how Bhuma Devi suffered at the hands of Hiranyaksha. That is when the Lord incarnated as Varaha, Uddhritasi Varahena, Krishnena Shatabahuna. To protect dear Bhuma Devi, the Lord came as the Varaha Rupam. This Varaha Rupam is what you see in the background, where Varaha has uplifted Bhuma Devi from the waters of the deluge, from the Pralayarnava. So, this Varaha, who has got the eyes akin to the petals of a newly blossomed lotus, is what you see in the background. That's it. Here, when Rama was told that he has to get convinced, at this point is when we have previously dealt with Hamsa Sandesham. You must have listened to over 8 episodes that encapsulate the essence of Rama's grief, which is Viraha Tapam. In Natya Shastram, it is called as Vipralamba Shringara. It is a love that hatches because of the separation from the man from his beloved. So this has been put together as a compendium of 110 verses in a beautiful Samskrita Kavyam by Swami Vedanta Deshika of the 13th century. It is referred to as Hamsa Sandesham. So the essence of Hamsa Sandesham, the essence of the Kavyam that talks about Rama's grief being told to a Rajahamsa, has already been discussed. Now when Rama was grieving, that is when his dearest brother Lakshmana comes to his rescue. He says, Rama, do not cry. I have complete confidence in you. I have complete confidence in your prowess. I have confidence in your valor that you shall be able to reach the beautiful island country of Lanka. rescue Sita from the clutches of the Rakshasa king called as Ravana and bring her back to the earlier glory to Ayodhya. When this was being told, Rama was convinced. Remember, Rama's Anuja Shabdam in Sanskritam denotes brother. Ramanuja means the younger brother to Rama. So that is referred to as Lakshmana, though he had Bharata, Lakshmana and Shatrughna as his brothers. And rightfully the word can denote any one of them or all three of them. In due practice, the Shabdam, Ramanuja Shabdam is generally the one that denotes Lakshmana. In Yuddha Kandam too, if you remember, Sita had inquired of Lakshmana's good health and Rama's good health by addressing them as Ramanujam Lakshmana Purvajam Cha. So here, when Rama's Anuja, Ramanuja, says convincing and consoling words, why will Rama not get convinced? So Rama, who was convinced by the soothing words of Lakshmana or Ramanuja, went and performed his Sandhya Vandanam, says Valmiki Ramayana Shlokam. Ashvasito Lakshmanena Ramaha Sandhyam Upasata Smaran Kamala Patrakshim Sitam Shoka Kuni Kritaha. Sitam Shoka Kuni Kritaha. In that beautiful puddle, filled with the waters that have flown by the cheeks of Sita, the copious tears, that kept on one side, Rama did perform the Sandhya Vandanam. So we get to understand how Hanuman met Sita, accepted the Chudamani, came and informed Rama of Drishta Sita, how Rama sent the message through a Rajahamsa in the form of a kavyam called Hamsa Sandesham, how Rama is convinced with the words of Sugriva and Lakshmana and performs his Sandhya Vandanam. That said, shouldn't we go back to Lanka and see in what state it is? Lanka has now been burnt. Large parts of Lanka have turned into a heap of ashes. With this Vanara called as Hanuman, whose tail was slit. And Hanuman magnanimously wanted to share the fire that he had received in his tail with every inmate of Lanka. That said, Ravana was unable to see how the beautiful country of Lanka was turning into a heap of ashes. That is when he called for a council. He called for a round table meeting. He called the most important position holders in Lanka to discuss as to what is the way forward after Hanuman had turned the city into a heap of ashes. The shloka goes like this. Darshita cha pravishta cha Lanka dushprasaha puri tena vanara matrena drishta sita cha janaki. So this Ravana tells this to the inmates of the round table conference, the council. He says, that Vanara who had come from Lanka had just not come to see Lanka. He saw Janaki, Drishta Sita. He has seen Sita. He has met Janaki. And what is the big effect? He has burnt our Pradesham and gone. What do we do now? Was the pertinent question that Ravana raised in that particular meeting. But what did the others have to say? Well, in Lanka, did the others have a say? More in the next episode.
Dear Astika reader, I am happy to be authoring a 2-part book on the Ramayana in English. The first part is slated for release in the year 2024. The book aims to recreate and retell the Ramayana of Valmiki, conforming to the ancient commentaries and other allied literature. To receive notifications of the book release, kindly register with www.deshikadaya.org/books. Namaskaram.